All right, hey guys, what is going on? Back once again, and we're gonna talk about another movie, the Spike Lee joint, Highest to Lowest, starring Denzel Washington as the music mogul David King. So, when a powerful music mogul is targeted by a ransom plot, he is forced to fight for his family and legacy while being jammed up in a life or death moral dilemma. And going into this movie, seeing the trailers and knowing who's behind the project, also screenplay by Alan Fox. This is also being produced by Todd Black, excuse me, and Jason Michael Berman. And I was going into this movie with the highest of expectations. These two are back once again to pretty much do what they've always done: create magic, create magical, just to create magic when it comes to cinematic filmmaking, and when it comes to presence on screening, man. Because Spike Lee, if you don't know, and Denzel been collaborating back since when they did Mo Better Blues, when they did I believe they did Devil in a Blue Dress. They've done a plethora of films. Those are just the examples that's coming to mind. So man, going into this film, I had the highest expectations. I love what I saw from the cover art and from the trailers, and the basically the expectations were, I know they were gonna come in and make and create something that's really really high octane, very very powerful, especially talking about the music industry, the hip hop game. But it kind of starts out where David King pretty much is taking his son into his high school basketball game tournaments, and he's trying to get to the collegiate and the pro level, and also at the same time having his dreams come true more or less in the music industry, but knowing that his father David King, he has to find another artist. He's trying to find a artist, for his label that really can really push him to the fold. And I like the fact that it kind of goes into more or less seeing David King, seeing the lifestyle that he's trying that he's pretty much looking to recreate again. And he also knows that his son's life and his family's life is in danger. Mainly his son, because he ends up getting kidnapped in this movie. But then we end up seeing his boy Paul Christopher, played by Jeffrey Wright, gets into the fold, where his son ends up being the one Kyle Christopher ends up being the one that's kidnapping the movie. But we never knew exactly who the main person is that kidnaps his son Kyle. But we end up finding out later on what they want and what he actually initially wants, you know. And the main villain, who actually is a person who just got out of the pen, who had just been in the joint for a while, for a long period of time, for aiding and abetting, goes back out and starts kidnapping the wrong son in order to get this heavy ransom plot, which a heavy ransom, a wad of cash. And throughout the movie, David King goes out of his way to risk his own life to save his best friend's son, and to save his own son, who ends up eventually getting beat up and kidnapped later on. And we end up seeing later on in the film A$AP Rocky, who is the main villain, who plays this character called Young Felon, who's been in the joint for a while, forever, and just got out not only about a couple months ago. He's back on the streets and trying to, in his hopes of alignment, trying to, I guess, feed his family, feed his kids. But he ends up doing a lot of harm, causing a lot of harm, causing a lot of doing, He also is in wanting for David King's his wife's jewelry, while wanting a heavy wad of cash, and that is a heavy ransom that he imposed, that he wants in order for him to get ad time to create his own music, create studio time. But David King kind of made a deal throughout, where we end up seeing him and Paul had to team up and work together to save the both of their sons, and in order for to take down a non law-abiding citizen and a law-abiding and upstanding civilian who pretty much is causing danger and causing harm in a community and an environment. And I really like the fact that we got a chance to see a lot of these character dynamics. And what I love about Spike Lee movies are Spike Lee likes to really impose and really tell the truth a lot in his films. He really exposes a lot when it comes to just the industry as a whole, like just not only the music industry, the movie industry, and everything. And he also really tells a lot of truths, and he also really tells a lot of stories when it comes to just inviting you into the world, into his world, and with a lot of aspirations and inspirations. When you really invoke and really get involved with these characters, and Denzel's acting, his range and his emotions, as he's been throughout his whole entire career, is nonstop, and it doesn't stop at all. It continues. He continues to grow and evolve, and he really grows and evolves a lot in this film as David King. And Jeffrey Wright's acting in here, once again, he continues to kill it. He continues to just be awesome in here, man. I really love his performance as well. I really like the chemistry that him as Paul Christopher and Denzel as David King. I like their back and forth. I thought they really gave it off. Really good performances. I like Dean Winters as the investigator. I think he really did his thing in here. I thought he had a really solid performance overall, and I really do like the range and emotions from everybody. You know, even A$AP Rocky as young felon, I thought his range it was really good. What I also love about this movie is the musical score and the soundtrack. I love the mixture of 70s soul and 80s and 90s R&B with a mixture of 90s hip hop and a little bit of the early 2000s mixture of hip hop rap music in here. I really love the musical score in here. It really feels enthralling. It feels cinematic. It feels you're engulfed, and really feels like you're engulfed in the knowing and learning and understanding the conjugations of what's going on in the music industry, man. And I really do like that about this film. That's the score and the music overall. It really feels that you're really really tuning into what's going on and really engaged with the plot line as well. It goes along with everything. What are my main criticisms? My only criticism that I have, and really this is not really criticism, it's more of a nitpick, is I don't think this is necessarily as a I don't really think this movie is mainly the marketing of this not the marketing. I will say this: the main kid actors, Audrey Joseph as Trey King and Kyle Christopher Paul's son, I don't really think they really gave off really good performance. I really kind of felt like they were pretty underwhelming. I really feel like they were pretty devalued. I think they were kind of miscast in here. I don't really think they gave as good a performance as I would have liked and I would have hoped. I think their performances were kind of a bit too shallow, a bit too hollow. So I will say the kid performances, mainly one from Audrey Joseph and I can't remember the guy who played Kyle Christopher, Jeffrey Wright's son here. I feel like their performances really kind of were pretty much miscast, and pretty much miscellaneously just misrepresented. They didn't really give off that. They really didn't give off the acting chops like I would have thought as kid actors. I really thought that they could have done better. I really thought they could have done something right. It felt very empty. It felt very empty, and it felt very empty and hollow. So those would be my criticism. I would say is the kid actors. I don't really think they did enough in the movie that really felt satisfying. But other than that, otherwise, I think this film is definitely gonna be up there for my favorite films of the year. I definitely enjoyed this one a lot. This is probably, in my opinion, Spike Lee's uh, best film he's done since probably Black Klansman. And this is Denzel's best movie he's done, in my opinion, probably since Fences. Yeah, I really do like these performances a lot. I really do like the performances a lot. I really love the direction from Spike Lee. I really love the writing. I think the writing was really good. The script, everything was really, really solid and on point. Definitely something that I would recommend you guys to watch. If you love Spike Lee movies, if you love crime thrillers, you'll definitely enjoy this one, man. This definitely hits all the right notes. Nothing without saying. And I give this film 3.5 out of 4 stars. Highly recommend this, without a shadow of a doubt. And if you guys have seen this film, tell me what you guys think down in the comment section down below. As I am getting ready to get on out of here, because I got some other business to take care of. But thank you guys for watching this the videos, and thank you guys for watching this review if you guys are watching it. And yeah, definitely recommend Highest to Lowest. Go see this at your main local theater. Definitely see this. Definitely get the best screening for this one, and I would say see it in IMAX. I think this definitely feels like a film that you can definitely see it in IMAX, because it's Spike Lee, because of what he's of his history and his track record, his filmography. Definitely go see it for that, and also the same thing for Denzel and his filmography and his track record. Definitely go see it for them. So yeah, that's my review for Highest to Lowest. Tell me what you guys think. I'm out.